Hello, so we'll start with our another part of lectures that is on web service slicing for regression testing. That it basically depends on inter-operational change analysis and inter-operational change analysis. This was the work which was being published by me and my co-author
Professor Dave Binkley.
at IEEE Transaction on Service Computing. It is one of the prestigious journal in cloud and service computing. Now these are the sections that we'll discuss today in this presentation. Majorly intra and inter operational analysis, then operationalized and parameterized regression testing of web services, case studies. Next, so this the analogy that object-oriented programming and service-oriented computing has is like objects are there in OOPS programming and SOA has operations programming. Then API are basically classes and cloud services basically have web services in the backend. Then classes basically have methods as atomic unit and web services basically have operations as atomic unit. Then classes have methods and web services has operations. That operations contain input output parameters. So these are the functional unit, atomic unit, and next abstraction unit means how the interface was there. So in web services, WSDL is one of the most famous interface. So what are the issue that was covered in this research work or this project is operational analysis for large web services, program slicing and regression testing for the large web services. So these are the three: operational analysis, program slicing and regression testing. So first, the contribution of this paper belongs to web service slicing. So the technique for capturing subset of a large scale web service. This was being done with the help of interface slice, and the interface slice is being captured with the help of WSDL slice, which can able to access subset of a service, that is subset of a web service, so that we can have interoperable slice. What is interoperable slice? It's a subset of a service that could be executed in the backend, and for the whole process could be done in the two-way intra-operational analysis that inspects a single procedure or operations working together, and inter-operational analysis that could inspect multiple operations working together and procedures working together. Then associative code test mapping for operationalized regression testing of web services, then parameterized regression testing of web services. So associative code test mapping was being proposed for these two kind of regression testing. Next, the definitions that what are the intra-operational analysis. So famous in program analysis, intra-procedural analysis was there. So if you do analysis for a single operation, then it's intra-operational analysis. If you do analysis for multiple operations combined together, means one operation is calling another operation or procedure, then it's inter-operational analysis, means dependency analysis of affected operations. Then subset service is just a subset of a web service that could have a subset functionality of the original web service. Then web service slicing is kind of a program slicing that have the feature of executing subset of a large original web service and imitate its behavior. Then how it could be done with the help of resulting slice like web service slice. Interoperable slice means the portion of a web service that could be accessed as a subset service from a remote client for executing subset functionality. Then interface slicing, program slicing have an interface that could able to execute that subset feature, and how that could be executed for web service will have an interface for subset operations that could imitate subset of original interface, and this will be helped with the help of interface slice, that is subset of interface and containing subset operations. This is an example of a banking web service slicing where operation dependency of a web service gone from version 1 to version 2. So banking service version 1 have three operations. deposit, balance, withdraw. In the next version, it has deposit, statement, and withdraw as the three operations. And these three operations are being calling other methods which are being gone through changes. Green was showing insertion, red was showing deletion, and blue was showing modification. So there are two type of structure: oval for the operation and rectangle for the method or procedures. Then in the right hand side, the banking service, deposit or balance and withdraw, the interface is being created. That is, interface slice was being created with the deposit and statement, because deposit and statement are need to be having changed, and that need to be analyzed, because balance operation is being deleted, and this deposit and statement will be having an interoperable web service slice that could be executed with the interface slice that we had generated. Next, the four type of intra-operational changes captured with the help of three kind of WSDLs: difference WSDL, unit WSDL, and reduced WSDL. Difference WSDL captures changes in the WSDL. Unit WSDL captures changes at the web service code. Reduced WSDL is used for the selection of operations, and these three can be combined to form a combined WSDL with the unique operations occurring in them. Then the inter-operational changes, that changes in an operation or a procedure affecting each other. So the parameter WSDL, PWSDL captures these type of code flow changes occurring at the web service code level. How this has been done analysis? So it's analogous to the database attributes. Like database have attributes, similarly web service operations have parameters. So input query was there for database. Similarly, input parameter values are there in database, and the output result of process of operations is also there in web service. So these things are analogous. Similarly, attributes are there in databases to identify other attributes. Similarly, we can choose key parameters for identifying other parameters in web service operations. Then two or more candidates could be possible for becoming a primary key in database. Similarly, candidate prime parameter could be there for web service operational analysis. Then primary parameter and non-primary parameters are being generated for the web service operations. Means we detect primary parameter as well as non-primary parameter. Similar to the case in the database system, primary key and non-primary key was being detected in the database system. Now similarly we'll detect primary parameters and non-primary parameters in web service operation things. Then primary parameters of an operations basically do unique identification of other parameters. This is how the this interoperational analysis takes place. Then these are the two flow diagrams that intra-operational change analysis generates subset WSDLs. Then it does associative code test mapping for generating operationalized regression test suite. Similarly, inter-operational change analysis basically do call graph analysis for containing operational which has been gone through changes. Then the set of operation depending on one another and other procedure which are being changed, being used for creation of subset WSDL, that is PWSDL. And then again the associative code test mapping was being done for selecting the changed code and executing those changed code with the old test suite. Then the parameterized regression test suite was being generated. So this is the use of intra-operational and inter-operational change analysis for the ORTWS and PRTWS. Then these are the level of the changes that could be possible. Then change based for doing regression testing, that WSDL changes, web service code changes, means it could be insertion, deletion, and modification. So the location of the changes are like insertion of operation at WSDL or XSD level, insertion of code at new WS code level, deletion of operations at WSDL level, then deletion of operation at code level. Then modification of XSD means input output parameters. Then modification of the code inside the web service. So where it has been captured. So the DWSDL captures insertion at WSDL, and similarly DWSDL captures modification of WSDL. RWSDL, reduce WSDL, captures many things. Parameter WSDL captures code level of changes. So this is how test case template are being generated for testing the old web service and new web service for regression testing analysis. Then next, this was been the operationalized regression testing in detail. Like intra-operational change analysis, we generate four subset WSDL. In this, we generate operationalized regression test suite. In the left hand side, the flow diagram, it's like old web service and new web service are being compared, means developer moves old web service to the newer version, means developer do some development. Then the WSDL differencing was being done, code differencing was being done, and selection of the some of the operations was being done to generate the difference WSDL, unit WSDL, and reduce WSDL. That helps to generate three different kind of regression test suite and some combined WSDL, which combined WSDL was being used for operationalized regression test suite generation. It's the same thing for the banking web service that we had seen, that deposit balance and operation have many test cases. Then some of the test cases having the test suite, and that subset of those test cases could be selected with this associated code test mapping. And for the parameterized regression testing of web services, like inter-operational change analysis, where source code of or executable like var file, which are archived executable things of web service, is inserted for generating call graphs for doing inter-operational dependency code flow analysis. And then web service code is also being separated into multiple operations and method that could be used for the difference analysis and doing change analysis, and that would help to generate inter-operational change analysis thing for the code flow. And the old test suite was being used and original WSDL was being used for doing associative code test mapping that would result in change operational analysis for doing dependency of change analysis, and that helps to generate two type of output, parameter WSDL and parameter reduce regression test suite. Next, so this parameterized regression testing of web service, PRT WSDL, for the banking web service, like this is a complex web service code, an example of complex web service code. And then the subset of such test cases and test suite were being selected for, especially for balance and all the changed operations and the procedures, modified procedures. Then this was example for doing associative code test mapping to select a parameterized regression test suite for web service testing with the help of a primary parameter as the fixed primary parameter. Next, this was the tool architecture, automated web service change management, which does change analysis and regression testing of web service. So, web service repository was being inserted and test suite was being inserted for doing the regression testing. Means WSDL and WS code and test suite was the input, and then subset WSDLs were generated as well as reduce regression test suite were generated, and both the things will be done with the help of associative code test mapping, means the changed code as well as test suite. And then the intra and inter operational change analysis of web service are being integrated together for generating the output. Next, the case study is being divided in the white box analysis and black box analysis. White box analysis, where WSDL code and WS code was being available, means web service code is available, then we can do white box analysis. Then in the ORTWS, we did it for the SAS and Eucalyptus. For black box analysis, we can do for the unknown web service code, means web service code is not known, unknown. So for the the ORTWS we can do for the Amazon Web Service, AWS, PRTWS. We did for the Sunset Sunrise Web Service, Bible Web Service, currency conversion, and global weather web service. So why in this table denotes that the case study is being performed, and otherwise the reason for not performing, like code was not available for doing white box analysis, is being written for the AWS and other Sunset Sunrise Web Service, Bible Web Service, currency conversion, global weather. So the code was not available. For the code that was available with us, we try to did as best as possible for the white box analysis. Then what is the resource of the code that was being accessed? So SAS and book service was being self-made web service. By we made that web service. Eucalyptus was available on GitHub. Then evaluation of intra operational change analysis with the ORTWs. This was the subset WSDL generation for SAS and Eucalyptus and Amazon. So this was like what are the number of operations in the WSDL subset WSDL was being captured, and how much reduction of the operations was there, and how much reduction of the test cases was being there, so that we'll have a proper and reduced test suite for doing reduced regression testing. For example, SAS DWSDL captures only two operations, and there were total five operations, and thus the reduction means 2 out of 4 operations, and the 2 out of 4 test cases are being selected, means 50% of reductions were there. Similarly for AWS and Eucalyptus, like difference WSDL for Eucalyptus has 26 operations and only 2 operations were being captured. So the 2 operations, 2 test cases out of 26 test case templates was being captured, and this will give a significant reduction in the effort of regression testing. Regression testing is basically the most important part of maintenance phase, that if something was changed from version 1 to version 2, then how we have to do the regression testing. So the regression testing is one of the main important part. Then black box analysis for inter operational change analysis with PRTWS. So these are the 4 web service for the PRTWS black box. So primary parameter we had selected means input for the from currency to currency for doing the currency conversion. So this was the like 3 test step was being selected out of 9 test steps. So this has given 66% of reduction in the test steps. And similarly for the global weather web service, country name was being selected as primary parameter and city name was being selected as non-primary parameter. Then Bible, so book title was being selected as primary parameter. Non-primary parameter was chapter name, and there could be also verse could also be possible. Similarly for sunset sunrise, latitude and longitude was the primary parameter for deciding what was the sunset time, sunrise time, and then time zone, day, month. So there are multiple test steps which could be selected for doing selective regression testing. Next, this was the example for the global weather web service test suite that was being generated. Like in the upper part of the first test suite, Jabalpur, Vellore, Delhi, Hyderabad were the number of the test steps. So in the reduced test suite, we had only Jabalpur and Delhi as the reduced test suite. Similarly, for book service, there were 5 test steps. Out of those 5, 2 test steps were being selected, and the 2 test steps will give us reduced regression test suite. Then this inter-operational analysis with the PRTWS. So this was a book service that we had developed, and we have 4 operation in that book service, and these are the naming and the index for the ID of that operation or method of that the operation are being highlighted with the bold, and the other procedure are being non-bold. So for the Bible verse and BG verse, then this had been means each method or operation is being allocated assigned with an ID. Next, so these are the call graph, means calling of large service. like interoperational analysis could be done for call of 43, 44, and 45 operation or the procedure in the book service, like one in the BG operation and 22 in the Bible operation are been calling different things. Similarly, for the second graph, 22 is being modified, 42 is being modified and calling 25. So because of 25 is being changed, so 22 and 42 are also being changed. So this is how the change analysis was being done. And similarly, the changes means modification was being done for 1 2, that is calling by the 43, and 45 was calling 21 and 42, which has been having some change, and this has resulted all the depending operations or procedure being changed, like 20, 44, 41, and 45 are being also affected, so they are also needed to be tested. So this was like the Bible BG web service and the Bible web service. So there could be different 36 calls of operation in BG all words means 21. So the affected operations should need to be tested, and 36 calls were there for Bible all words operation. So the limited number of the operations and parameters or the procedures are need to be tested. This is what been shown with this interoperational analysis. So this was the case study for the reduction, that the original WSDL has four operations, and the subset of the operation means interoperational dependencies are being used for generating subset of web service descriptive language, that is PWSDL, with which contains only three operations, and that resulted in subset test case selection, means 2 out of 5 test steps were being selected, that resulted in 60% of reduction. 2 out of 5 test cases are being selected, that resulted in 60% of reduction. So this is how the case study was being conducted for PRTWS for book service. Then what are the observations and finding that we have done from the all the study? Like doing change analysis for WSDL and web service code could be done separately, means separate web service WSDL analysis could be done, separate WS code could analysis could be done, and one of them may be skipped or may not be skipped depending on the requirement or condition. Second, the interoperational and interoperational change analysis of web service helps in doing subset test case selection, and that subset test case helps to reduce the regression testing cost, means maintenance cost. Then capturing changes of all the things in the subset WSDL also helps to do identify relevant test cases. We also found the execution and analysis of interoperational slice using some interface slice helps to do reduce the number of test cases required for regression testing. Then semantic designing of the web service code along with the test suite helps to do some associative code test mapping that helps to do easier regression testing. And our tool Amazon Web Service has proven good for doing testing for the changes occurred in the service, and AWSDL was successful in generating accurate output that are two output subset WSDLs and reduce regression test suite. So what is the summary that we can infer? That web service slicing helps to exploit some of the combination of interoperable slice as well as interface slice. Then web service slicing also helps to maintain interoperability between the subset service over network, and intra-operational and interoperational analysis gives rise to the new kind of regression testing, that is ORTWS and PRTWS that we had seen. Then this enables us to do some execution of subset service analysis, that is interoperational analysis, using subset test cases that we had seen, and reduce regression test suites was being generated for doing subset regression testing. And there are the 8 successful case study that we had seen just now that resulted in reduced regression testing effort. Next, so these are the further resources, that the link for the publication, the site which is explaining the AWSCM in detail, and the 2 YouTube video you can go through. Next, these are the related publications with the this paper. So for example, it has some paper was being published in IEEE Cloud.com, some paper was being published specialist in IEEE Masoka, and one paper was being recently published on IEEE transactions on engineering management. Next, thanks all of you and see you in the next class. All the best for you all. Bye. Thanks, class.